All right, so we're working on this Cuda with some paint failure on the door. My mind's like blank now. So we're gonna be repairing the paint failure on this driver's door, getting it all blocked out, everything fixed, polyester primed. We're gonna block that out and then prime it. I've gone along and I've chipped off everything that's failing. I've got it to where it's not bubbling up anymore. I think we figured out why it bubbled. So we're gonna start sanding it down and getting the bodywork going. Trying to get all this stuff feathered out. So I've got all the peeling stopped, or for whatever reason it came apart. It's all feathered out to where it's not peeling back anymore. You can see I've got the whole thing bagged up. That's because I don't want any dust inside on the white interior. So I took 10 minutes, masked it all up, bagged it to protect it. So I've got the jawbreaker all peeled back. Now I'm gonna figure out what to do to correct it and fix this. We're gonna hit it in the morning and get it all repaired. All right, everything's sanded. We're getting ready to hear the baby scream. We're getting ready to spread some filler on this. We've got some nut zerts right here that we're gonna drill out. You want my drill? We're gonna get those out and then we'll be able to spread everything. And we'll put these new nut zerts in after we're done. If I can get a hold of it so I can drill it. See if I can just high speed drill it. Got it. Now, I got two new ones, so once we're done with the bodywork, we'll put those back in. Just like with the Golden Nugget, I'm gonna tape out my edges that I don't want any mud on, so I can peel it off and not have to sand all the edges. All right, well, we'll go mix up some mud and be back. Queso. Queso. I always talk about queso, but I'm saying queso, not cheese, like queso. We're gonna weigh this out and then add our hardener. We don't need a whole lot, so we're gonna do about 80, probably 80 parts-ish. Oh, look at that, 82.4. Clean up a stick, and then the ratio is 2% by weight. So we're 82.5. I'm gonna times that by 0.02. So 1.65 of hardener. Did you see this, Dinner?
Oh, wow.
Check it out.
That's awesome.
It's a nice hat. We can just about sell these. We finally found us a supplier that can supply us with some more hats. It's a crazy time in the world where everything is limited. So we got these new hats coming. We'll let you guys know when they're released. If you haven't already, head over to RobbyLayton.com to get a shirt. Do that. They're selling out quick. As soon as our shirts are gone, on our next reorders, we got a special shirt coming. And it may or not have something to do with dinner.
It's dinner time. Yeah.
So you take your hardener and you mix it.
Mixy, mixy.
All right, so I'm gonna let this harden up. In the meantime, remember that Can-Am I worked on? Well, you probably don't remember. It was one of the first videos we did where a customer endoed it. You can go check out that video. We ended up buying it. I've got it over at my buddy's house, and so we've got to go straight in the front end. We've got some HCR suspension and some other stuff we're gonna do to it, so let's head over there. All right, so we're working on the Can-Am. This is that one that you guys saw us take apart in one of our first videos ever. This ended up totaling with the insurance company, and the customer was able to buy it back and sell it to us. We've got it just about back together, but we've got the front end that was smashed, so we're gonna be repairing that. We have some HCR suspension that we're gonna be putting in it. So we're gonna be test fitting the front A-arms. We're not gonna final install them because they still need powder coated. So our buddies up there at Prismatic Powder sent us down some color. At some point, we're gonna be powder coating them. All right, so this is our front mount for the suspension. We're gonna be putting that on. Then we got us an awesome winch to put up front. We ended up going with the Warn VRX. Should be a pretty sweet winch for this Can-Am. In case we get in any sticky situations, it'll be able to get us out. So the first thing we're doing is we're gonna try to get this front suspension mount bracket. This is a reinforcement that makes everything a lot more strong on the front end of these Can-Am. You can see these bolts are kind of filleted out, so our bolt holes won't go in. All this right here is smashed. So we brought our Porta-Power, and we're actually gonna push this all back out and get it straight, where this bracket will go back on and our suspension will fit. So Hillbilly's getting the Porta-Power out. We're gonna get the correct extensions in there so we can push this front end out. So I'm gonna try to get a 2x4 in here so we don't crush this tube that we're pushing off of. Go. What I'm doing here is I'm relieving the pressure around it so that everything comes out. All right, now we're gonna do the other side. Our Porta-Power broke one of the bolt heads off. So we're gonna take the other bolt out and not ruin it. All right, push. One more, hold it. One more. It's coming out actually pretty dang nice. So we got the broken bolt out. Oh, that's all smashed. Oh, okay, so that's all got to be pushed out. Okay, so what we need to do is let's bolt this one on tight. What we've found out is now that we've got this lower where it needs to be, you can see this top is smashed. We've got to push all that out. You can actually see right here, it's all gone back. We're gonna get that all brought out so we can get this all bolted up tight. We need to pour the power of this top now. Hold it. Okay, let off. We're gonna do the other side now. Okay, go. A little more. And it's getting there. I think what we need to do is we need to move that plate. We need to push right here on both sides. Let's put the bolt in and then we can push off this bolt head. All right, let off. Look at that. All right, so this side's still in a little bit. Take a look at what we've got going on this side. We've got it pushed out where it needs to be. So this is just about touching. So that's good to where we can put our suspension in it and bolt it in tight, and it's gonna work. Okay, one more pump. Okay, hold it. Get that off. All right, so we've got that as close as we want to get it. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna bolt up the suspension, tighten everything up, and see how we are with that. All right, so we're putting these bushings in this custom HCR upper control arm. It's just a piece of rubber, and then the bar will go in the middle of it, and the bolt goes through that. Hillbilly's getting some put on. Hillbilly's gonna use his built-in hammers to get the bolt to go in. Those are his hands.
If I can get lined up again.
Okay, all right, so we got one side upper in. Now we've got to get the other top. We'll do the bottom. Trying to get this upper bracket all mounted. Bolt in it. Cool. So we got one upper on this side and one lower on that side. Now we're gonna put the bushings in the other two and get those on. Then we're gonna tighten this all the suspension up. Got the other side in. Now we just have this one left is all. All right, so we got all the front suspension in. I just showed you the rear suspension that's still got to be put in, but everything needs powder coated. So the front end's gonna get torn back apart, but me and Hillbilly are gonna grab some wheels. We got some tires that we bought back at the shop. So we're gonna take the wheels back to get them mounted up, get the bead locks all powder coated, and then we'll be bringing those up to put them on. We had to switch from 14-inch wheels to 15-inch wheels. So we got us some BF Goodrich KM3s, some 32s. It should be pretty sweet.
These are the new rims, bead lockers.
System 3 off-roads. We got our truck here today. It's the Tread Lightly giveaway Jeep. So we're using this to haul our wheels back to the shop. It's a fun little Jeep. You guys can enter for a chance to win this Jeep on treadlightly.com. Go there, figure out how to enter, and win it. We're back at the shop. We've got our wheels and our tires. We went with the System 3 bead locks. We don't have the bead lock rings on because we're gonna powder coat those with the rest of the suspension. After Easter Jeep Safari, we saw that pretty much every Jeep down there, maybe not everyone, quite a few Jeeps had BFGs on it. So we went with the 32 10-15s. We're going up from the 14-inch to the 15-inch to fit all of the new suspension and to get us a little bit taller ride. We're pretty happy with the tires and the wheels. They'll look awesome once we get the bead locks powder coated and get them mounted together.
And I'm sad.
Why?
These tires are bigger than what's on my Bronco. My Bronco only has 31s.
That is true. My Can-Am will have bigger tires than the Bronco.
Or no, my Bronco has 29s.
I think we need to change that.
Yeah.
I don't know, I guess we'll see how these work, and if they're good, then maybe we'll get some more.
Give me the hand-me-downs when they're about to blow.
Yeah. Is your Bronco 15s? Oh, that's ridiculous. All right, so unfortunately, I had to stop working on the Cuda because I had some parts in the booth that needed to be painted. Ultimately, the collision shop is what makes us our living and pays everybody. So I'm in the booth getting this Chevy Cruze painted silver. It's time to blow tack and static it. I've already got the hood and the bumper sealed. Now I'm gonna tack it all up, static control it, put some clear base down, some metal edge, and some base coat. So we got a lot of stuff to do, so let's get to it. All right, so what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna go throw down some metal edge on the fender, let that dry while I'm basting out the bumper and the hood. Then I'm gonna put down my clear base, then I'm gonna blend my base coat into that clear base. Now what I need to do is I need to switch guns with my clear base. I'm gonna clear base both fenders, and then I'm gonna put down base coat and blend it into the clear base. Somebody's not happy.
What does clear base do?
For those of you that are new to the channel and don't know, the clear base is called a wet bed. What it is the metallics and the silver lay into the wet clear, and they're able to orientate where this blend is almost invisible. All right, so I gotta let this all flash out for 8 minutes. I'll be back in with my second coat of base coat. We'll let that flash off for 8 minutes. Back in with clear. That's when I'll bring you guys back in, show you the clear process, let it sit 10 minutes, one more coat of clear, and then we'll bring you in and show you what it looks like when it's done. All right, both coats of clear is on. Start over. All right, both coats of base coat is down. It's looking awesome. Silvers are super hard to get the metallics to orientate correctly, but we got it. It's time to blow tack and static it. 2 coats of clear, and we'll show you guys what it looks like after it's all glossy. Time for clear. We got dinner all protected tonight.
Yeah, no.
Got to make sure his lungs stay healthy. Time to get clearing. All right, so I got the first coat down. Turned out pretty dang good. Gotta go mix up some more clear. Let this sit for 10 minutes, and then I'll be back in for round 2. It'll be like 2 seconds. All right, I've got it all cleared. Show you guys what this looks like, and then we're gonna head back over by the Cuda. We got a lot done. These parts are painted, so they can be assembled tomorrow, and then we'll be working on the Cuda, getting it polyester primed as soon as the booth is unloaded. So I've got this all blocked out. All I've got to do now is round my edges, and this thing will be ready for polyester. But we got that Cruze all painted. Got to sit till tomorrow, so this is as far as we're gonna go on this tonight. Turning out good. Everything's feathering in nice. We've got our lines back, so we just got to round that out. Feeling good and round this top edge out. Pretty happy with it. So next we'll be polyestering it, blocking that out, final priming it, blocking and prepping that, and then we're gonna be repainting this, putting the stripe back in it, showing you guys how we do that. All right, so we got a ton done. Can-Am's coming along. We were able to straighten that all out. Cuda's coming right along. We're getting this all fixed. As always, we appreciate you guys, and if you enjoyed this, go check out this video.